This Sportsnet Central update is presented by Grayton Resort and Casino.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the Oklahoma City Thunder are rolling. They're 36-7, top team in the Western Conference. 22 at home, and he has that in his bag.
That's
and he
called
just
mid-range.
dropped.
It's
called mid-range right there. Lowry marketed.
It does count.
He's on skates.
It does work.
54 points, career high, 8 rebounds, 5
That's what I'm
assists,
talking about.
3 steals, 2 block shots. He was also 17 of 18 from the free throw line. This guy is an absolute baller. He's an MVP favorite right now. Look at that. Reload, catch and shoot. Doesn't matter. He is rolling. What a player he is.
54 and a lot of mid-ranges is a lot of buckets.
A lot of buckets.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is he's this new wave of players right now. They've gotten so much better. You know, talk about the Oklahoma City Thunder, and you can put them in the same category of the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Boston Celtics, who are the reigning champs. Shai is really leading that team, but they have a team full of players who really fit into that system. They play very well together, offensively and defensively.
That's a franchise player. Not only by his performance, he includes his teammates. He's unselfish. He's humble. Plays the game the right way. That's what I would define as a franchise player right there.
They've got experience from last year's playoffs as well. That's a tough team. And they're doing this without Chet Holmgren as we go flying above the rim, courtesy of OAK.
Who is it?
And we've got a Jalen Crime. Jalen Durant. Woo! Look at that one, Fezzi.
Watch
You gotta lift
your head. What?
I almost lost the basketball of Jalen Johnson.
I feel like I should
You
be
got
a
to dunk and an assist.
Look at the ball.
I feel like that should be a dunk contest dunk.
And then look at this, Cam Whitmore.
Ooh, head in the rim.
The Houston Rockets with a big win over the Cleveland
Houston
Cavaliers.
has 5 nasty players, 22 or younger.
I thought you were going to say Houston has 5 problems.
No, well, they
For
do. For the rest of the league.
opponents, exactly. And Houston right now, they're second in the Western Conference, 29-14, hold down that 2 spot. They beat Cleveland, although Cleveland didn't have Evan Mobley or Karis LeVert. Still an impressive win. Amen Thompson, 16-16, Fezzi.
Just like some teams are trying to get a rhythm to get going, the Houston Rockets, as a young team, they've really come into the season trying to put their imprint defensively. You have young players in Jalen Green, you got Şengün, and Dylan Brooks coming into the team and becoming a focal point for the Houston Rockets. I think Emil Udoka is doing a great job bringing these young pieces together, having them play hard every night. And in the current NBA, I think playing hard wins you games. Like having these young guys come in and play hard, be solid defensively, those things win you games. And then they have young guys that can really score the ball too. So that's a young, talented team that just seems to not let go of the pedal anytime soon.
Yeah, I think their head coach has done a good job, much like Pat Riley does in Miami, on their daily habits, keeping their priorities in the proper place. You think about Jalen Green, Şengün, Jabari Smith, Cam Whitmore, Amen Thompson. That's 5 players. They're 22 or younger, those 5, and they're being taught to play the right way. Much like Ime Udoka came from Greg Popovich school of basketball. So this is an impressive unit. And Amen Thompson, I saw him, ironically, at Steph Curry's camp the first time I saw those twins play. Obviously quick and athletic off the charts. But the thing I noticed most about them as young players, they played tremendous defense, and they were very unselfish and great passers, which is very unique for a young player.
No doubt about that. And that first highlight, too, with the Hawks and the Pistons. Pistons playing some good basketball, and they beat Atlanta down in that game. Grant Liffman's Hawks lost by 10 in that one down in the ATL. But Draymond Green, let's talk about him, because Jordan Poole came to chase in there, lit him up with 38 points, and the Wizards lost. And, of course, he says some things saying, hey, I love those guys over there. I love most guys over there. Draymond Green replied to a tweet from Mark Spears saying, I am really sorry. Well, he spoke about it on his podcast, the Draymond Green Show. Take a listen.
I responded because, it's been 3 years. Like, let's move on,
Where's the love?
We moved on. Like, we're supposed to move on, man. I really am sorry.
Right.
Like, it was, that statement was kind of like, it was kind of like it was looking for some sympathy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of keep wanting to make me out to be the bad guy. Move on, bro. Like, it is what it is. I'm sorry. Like, I shouldn't have punched him. But, it happened. Like let's move on, man.
All right, let's welcome in the great KB, Kareth Burke, Petaluma's finest, Talton Johnson, and got to bring you in after that clip, I guess. What's your thoughts about Draymond Green with that soundbite on his podcast?
I guess when somebody says, I'm sorry, and then the next word is but after it, it's like, man, what are you doing? That's kind of how I'm feeling. Like, if you want to talk about getting over something, you can't keep being the guy to bring it up. That's my take on it.
Yeah, you do not get to dictate who moves on and when. You don't get to dictate when Jordan Poole is allowed to move on. And number one, Jordan Poole didn't even say his name. You know, I mean, we know who he's talking about, but it's not like Jordan's out here on podcasts, on TV shows, calling out a certain name. He's not doing that. But I love the point that you brought up as far as, I'm sorry, but. When that but gets brought up, you might as well just add one more T to it. What are we talking about, right? We've all been in relationships with friends, family, anything where it's, I'm sorry, but. I love you, but. Stop. The but does not matter at that point. So I hated it for multiple reasons. I wish we could all just move on. But until Draymond moves on as well, right? But Draymond moves on too. We all can't move on. So I think that, again, it's just a bad look overall for everybody.
Yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit more. I think we also need to talk about Quentin Post and what Steve Kerr said post-game a little bit. So, okay, I'm done with this wordplay. Back to you guys.
But the odds presented by Great Resort and Casino. We didn't bet on it, but the Warriors did blow an 18-point lead in this one. The over hit, though. I told you guys the over-under. Bet on the over. There's going to be some points in this one. The Warriors actually did cover. They lost by 6. They lost by 6. It's just, I'm discombobulated right now, fellas. What you got to say, Fezzi?
I don't have anything to say.
All right. Well, you know who does? You know who does?
I'm upset.
Guy Santos has something to say.
I think we stopped moving the ball like we were moving the first half. We are a team that when we have a good, like when we move the ball and everybody's spacing the floor, everybody cutting, we got a good rhythm playing. So I think we stopped a little bit doing that, so that's why they come back in the game.
What are the challenges that come with when a defense is trapping like that and trying to speed you guys up?
The challenge is like keeping doing the good decision makings. I think we have 8 turnovers in the third quarter, so that hurt us and gave them opportunity to run the fast breaks. That's how they like to play. That's how they want to play, and that's put them in the game.
What was it like being out there again with Quentin? How did his presence change the spacing?
Quentin is a big guy that can shoot the ball, and also like he's 7 foot. So just because he's there under the rim, he helps a lot, even in the rebound or the contesting shots. So having him down there was good tonight. Like helped us a lot, especially when we have the guys driving to the layups. He was always there, even like contesting the shot or like box out Sabonis.
All right, that's Guy Santos with a career-high 16 points off the bench, playing some good basketball. Toyota Drive Ahead is coming up next. The Bulls are in town to take on the Dubs at Chase Center, plus the Highlight Zone.
Toyota Warriors Post-Game Live is presented by Toyota. Class-leading MPG and more hybrid models than any other brand. Toyota, let's go places.
Time now for the Mancini Sleep World Highlight Zone. Play number 3, Andrew Wiggins, 4-point play. Ties a season high with 5 made threes tonight. He's scored 25 and 6, 3 assists. Look, Boston game was probably a one-off. He was 1 of 11 in that one, but he's put together a good week, Fezzi Fell.
Good job, Wiggs. Good game tonight.
Play number 2 coming up here as Wiggs was balling right there. TJD. How about Trace Jackson-Davis and the run he's on right now? Nice little pass from Steph.
Wow, nice touch.
Yeah, big. Yeah, big.
And look at the celebration.
I see you, lefty English off the glass. What?
Steph was fired up about that. Oh, look at TJD with the bigger points right there.
Steph finish, big dog.
Steph with one of his 12 assists tonight right there to TJD. And then this is beautiful right here. Fox all over him. Look at him move the Euro, the floater.
That's nasty, Bonte.
That was filthy.
Take away the 3. A lot of real estate in there. Use it all. Beautiful touch.
He's 36 years old, folks. Still making plays like that. Nasty. I don't think I've seen that from Steph before.
Really?
I mean, I've seen a lot of things from Steph. That was pretty filthy.
I've seen that before from Steph.
What's that, Under Armour crime?
You feel obligated to say that? We've never seen that before?
Not really, but I don't know if I've seen that before. I've seen a lot of highlights. Maybe I just forgot, man.
It's kind of triggering for Molly, huh? You say you haven't seen that
That's
before?
a basic shot for Steph Curry. A floater?
I know it's a floater. I'm
Basic.
talking about the Euro with the floater. That was pretty nasty.
He's got that's in his bag, dude.
All right, I'm sorry, Billy. I'm going to drive ahead, man. It's been a long night around here. All right? 18-point lead.
Man, we got to work on our
turnover.
First 6 minutes of the third quarter.
Oh, man.
Be up by 10 going into the fourth.
Producer David Taylor's like over our back, producer the King, saying I'm switching up on you guys. We got our producer Cassie Gibson in the back walking in here, front running with the Kings. That's a long night. We need a victory tomorrow against the Bulls. Just for the psyche, Fezzi.
It would be nice. I mean, even for our
would
psyche,
be nice.
you know, at some point, it would be nice to have a post-game interview. You know, I'll have some questions I want to ask the guys, but, you know, tomorrow, same thing. You know, you have the questions of, is Steph going to play tomorrow on the back-to-back? I know they talked about some of the guys, Brandon Pajemski possibly coming back, or maybe Kyle Anderson, but these are all the things for the Warriors. It's about putting together a full game. Cannot let making or missing shots dictate the way you perform in the middle of the game. I thought tonight the Warriors let the turnovers affect the way they showed up with competitiveness. Tomorrow is another chance. Hopefully, happily, you have a second night to wipe off this bad taste from your mouth.
Well, the Bulls had lost 5 in a row. They beat the Clippers on Sunday, so they're well rested. And Zach LaVine is on a heater right now in his last 10, averaging 29, 6, and 5, while shooting 47 from 3.
They've got some talented veterans. Vukovic, Zach LaVine, Kobe White. I'm not sure if he's going to play him. Dansumo. They average 117 points per game, which is a good thing for them, but they give up 120. So obviously a fast-paced game on a back-to-back. As face it, is Steph playing a back-to-back. So who's available for the Bulls. But good performance overall. You didn't get the win. Obviously, got to cut down on those live ball turnovers.
Good Mully with the glass half full analogy there, Fezzi Fell.
Appreciate that, Chris Mullen.
Yeah, I'm going to be back here less than 24 hours. So you got to stay solid tomorrow.
Don't go anywhere, though. Doves Talk Live is next.